When someone occupies your mind throughout the day, many people instinctively chalk it up to simple infatuation, nostalgic longing, or emotional attachment. These explanations, while partly true, barely scratch the surface of what's really happening. Modern neuroscience, with its advanced tools and evolving insights, reveals a far more intricate and fascinating reality. When a person repeatedly takes residence in your thoughts, it triggers three major psychological processes that ripple through both your mind and theirs. These processes subtly influence that individual's feelings, behaviors, and even biology, regardless of whether you've exchanged a single word in days, months, or even years. Human connection transcends mere feelings or surface-level emotions. It is deeply rooted in our neurological architecture. It is biological at its core, and it operates largely beneath our conscious awareness. In essence, your brain and their brain engage in a silent, invisible dialogue, a communication that is imperceptible to the naked eye, but profoundly palpable in how you experience your relationship. The very first process at play is called emotional resonance, a phenomenon that neuroscientists have explored for decades. When you think deeply about someone, your limbic system, the emotional epicenter of your brain, lights up and becomes highly activated. This activation produces what researchers term limbic echoes, subtle emotional signals that your body expresses through tiny micro-behaviors, shifts in your vocal tone, changes in where your attention lingers, and delicate shifts in your overall energy. These limbic echoes are like ripples in the emotional water surrounding you. What's truly remarkable is that humans are neurologically built to detect these emotional echoes in others. Social neuroscientists refer to this as affective attunement, an innate ability to sense and resonate with another person's internal emotional state. This explains why you can sometimes feel when someone is thinking about you, or why you might experience an unexpected emotional tug toward a person you haven't spoken to in ages. The deeper the emotional bond you share with someone, the more finely tuned this sensitivity becomes. Therefore, when someone consistently inhabits your thoughts, they become increasingly attuned to your presence on a subconscious level. They might find themselves thinking about you randomly, dreaming of you, or feeling an inexplicable urge to check in on you. Emotional resonance, in essence, creates an invisible psychological bridge connecting your minds. The second process that unfolds is cognitive imprinting, a concept supported by extensive research in relational cognition and memory consolidation. When you dwell repeatedly on a person, your brain assigns them a special status, emotionally meaningful. This designation is not confined to your internal thoughts. It subtly reshapes your outward behaviors in ways that others can detect, even if they're unaware of the underlying cause. You might notice yourself hesitating before responding to messages, speaking more softly, letting your gaze linger longer than usual, or experiencing shifts in your energy whenever their name comes up. Scientific studies reveal that humans can detect these microsignals in as little as 200 milliseconds, often before we're even consciously aware of them. As you think about someone continuously, you inadvertently send out these signals. Small changes in your facial expressions, tone of voice, timing of responses, or even the frequency and length of your silences. The other person's brain picks up on these subtle cues and begins to form a mental imprint of you. Suddenly, you start appearing in their thoughts in brief, emotionally charged flashes. They may feel a magnetic pull toward you without fully understanding why. Cognitive imprinting provides a scientific explanation for phenomena like why some people think of you the exact moment you think of them. It's not magic, but rather the brain's remarkable ability to track and respond to nuanced relational patterns. The third and equally powerful process is emotional transference, the unconscious transfer of your emotional state to another person. Research in affective psychology shows that emotions are contagious. spreading through facial expressions, vocal frequencies, timing of responses, and even patterns of communication in digital conversations. You don't need to say a word for emotional transference to occur. When someone remains on your mind persistently, your emotional energy directed toward them becomes more focused, charged, and intense. This charged energy influences how they feel when they think of you or interact with you. If you feel longing, they may sense a gentle warmth or softness toward you. If you feel tension, they might experience unexplained emotional pressure. If you feel desire, they could feel an irresistible pull without knowing the source. Humans naturally mirror the emotional states of those who hold strong feelings about them, even when separated by distance or silence. This is the remarkable power of emotional transference. Beneath these processes lies an even deeper phenomenon known as psychological entanglement. Studies on attachment theory and interpersonal synchrony have demonstrated that when two people share a history of emotional connection, their nervous systems can become subtly linked. This is why you might feel a strong bond with someone long after you've stopped speaking. When a person remains lodged in your thoughts, it signifies that the psychological bond between you has not dissolved. What's more, this bond often exists on both sides. They may feel restlessness. They may experience bursts of curiosity. They might randomly recall memories of you with surprising clarity. They may feel an unexplainable urge to reach out. Your mind has marked this person as significant, and significance in human relationships is rarely one-sided. The brain does not forge strong emotional patterns in isolation. It creates them in response to another human being who once mattered deeply, or who still does. Because human psychology functions as a feedback loop, the more your mind centers on someone, the more likely it is that their mind, emotions, and energy subtly shift toward you in kind. This isn't a conscious choice on their part. Rather, it's the invisible imprint of human connection making its mark. So, when someone lives inside your thoughts every day, don't assume it's a solitary experience. Your emotional focus is reaching beyond your own mind, influencing their psychology, drawing their attention, and echoing through their subconscious in ways they may never articulate, but undeniably feel. Because in the realm of human connection, there is no such thing as one-sided thinking. Every thought, every emotional pulse, every silent moment shared across distance leaves a trace. And those traces create a profound, invisible bond that lingers far beyond words.